Yeah. Got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. White people done did it again, huh? They taking black people's culture.
Man.
Well, when typically white people take it, they do make it better. Jesus. Man, I wouldn't say all the time, but the majority of the time.
The majority?
Oh, but now some things white people do, black people make it better. Like basketball. Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways. Porno. You got black.
Oh, shoot. Yo.
Yeah. But anyway, so what would the coordinators to be without black folks? Yeah. So,
there's some controversy. So here's the channel where this original concept started. And this
I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah. She started a concept called Pop the Balloon.
She got paid.
You know. So she sold this idea.
She got paid. Oh, she got paid.
To Netflix.
She did the white thing. No, that's not. She a sellout. That's what she did. She sold it to the white man. That black woman's a sellout. She took a black idea and he sold it to the white man. She's a sellout.
So they're getting backlash from the community that helped them grow. I'll just say that. And I found a couple clips that kind of talk about like what their concerns are.
Yeah. Man, come on, man. That's how the world works. Black people don't know what makes the world go round. Money. They know, but they don't like it when they feel like they profited off of that idea. Yeah. Well, that's the white thing to do in America, man. Look at all the music. Look at perfect example of Elvis. Negroes is doing the exact same music. And they gave it to Elvis, and Elvis biggest star ever was.
I don't think they gave it to him.
He did the Robin Williams thing.
It's $75.
Yeah, man. All right, so go ahead, Chris.
All right, here we go.
Chris said, I don't think they gave it to him.
Recently brought up the show Pop the Balloon. It was a very popular YouTube series that was created by a woman and her husband. Her name is Arlette Amuli. And she got the green light to have a live version of Pop the Balloon on Netflix. But fans are not happy with this live show at all. Fans are very upset that this show is not getting off to the right start, all right? And here are a couple of things that they are saying about it. They said episode 1 made people not even really want to watch anymore because they noticed a change in the lineup of contestants that they had.
This is not black anymore.
Black people, there were a lot of black contestants on the original one. It was like a black show. Obviously, it was without saying. It was a lot of black people on the show. But the one on Netflix, they said it was only 2 black women contestants and 2 black male suitors out of 5. So they said the diversity was lacking. And then they even said that the contestants needed to be whiter for it to work in mainstream TV. So they were trying to say that the people who were black were acting not black. So it could be suited for Netflix. So they didn't appreciate that at all.
What the hell does that mean?
The show had been gentrified. And then they also said they didn't like Yvonne Orji as a host because she was, talking more than the original host on YouTube was talking, and people didn't like that. They're like, listen, the funny part of Pop the Balloon is when people are actually popping the balloons and Arlette doesn't say much.
Yeah.
She might turn her head to the side and laugh a little bit or whatever, but she makes it more so about the contestants and the suitors, you know what I mean? And people wasn't rocking with that. They're like, bro, this show is trash. Netflix, you didn't do a great job of it. They said the overall vibe just felt extremely chaotic, and people were talking over each other, and it was just too much going on, and they did not like it. They did not appreciate the show at all. But this is what can happen sometimes when you take your idea to a mainstream audience, when you take your idea to a really big network. It gets changed. It might become something that you don't really like anymore, but I would say people are considering giving it another chance.
Okay, the new show is chaotic. What was the original show?
The original show was chaotic. They used to fight.
Yeah, well, who's that one guy, the plumber?
Yeah, Brian. No, Aaron. Aaron the plumber. Aaron the plumber. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, did I hear her say that black people was not acting black on this show on Netflix? Did I hear her say that?
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Black people was not acting black on
like
the show.
Normally how, what she mean, like they probably were like blue collar, like
Yeah.
Well, specifically, I picked her because of probably, you know.
Yeah, that kills me when black people say that. They don't
It's
use
the criticism that I used to get when I used to go to Baltimore, and they used to say, "Hey, you don't sound
like us." Right.
So they, I guess, what they were telling some of the contestants that did not get on the show is that you didn't have good diction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people, people equate that to black and white instead of just. I have good diction versus I don't.
Right.
You know?
Don't you think black people should push back on when you?
I think so.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
Well, when you think of a black person. Oh, my mama and them. Yes. What? My mama and them. I swear to God. Yeah, they think of like addiction, a certain type of vernacular. So what she's pretty saying. They didn't have the Negro dialect. Yeah, pretty much the accent of a black man.
I was about to say.
I have an accent. I have a country accent. But black people have an accent? Yeah, they have a certain way they speak. Yeah. So if you could be on customer service, hear somebody talking, that's a black woman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a black dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a black woman.
You know, Kevin, you almost said it.
No, my mama in there.
You know, because you said it. You was like, she pretty saying. Instead of saying, she pretty much saying. You said, she pretty saying. Yeah. But I mean, come on now. If a white person is talking hood, you won't say, why you sounding hood? You be like, why you sounding black? Yeah. So you know the difference.
Yeah.
You know.
But I bet you they ain't got no white dude on that sounding black. Talking about my mama and them. I swear to God.
Oh my God. Not to cut you. Yo, there was an episode where this Asian dude tatted up. He had braids. He was like, he talked like he from the South. Like, yeah, look here though. They call me Drew. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I like what I like. I like that dark skin. You just looking at him like, what? Straight hood, man.
But you know, if that's on Netflix, that's going to turn away a majority of the viewers if you hear people talking like that. Yeah, it's not.
You think so?
Yeah.
If they would have kept it in original form on Netflix, obviously it would have got a broader. But the same people that watch it on social media will watch it because it's longer. Yeah. I think it would have did good if it would have. You know, it would have did good regardless, but I think they're trying to reach more viewers. Yeah. So they want to clean it up. Yeah. When you get to TV, you know, especially you selling it, you got to know they're gonna change the ish around. And it wasn't for the good. Thinking about this show being like 5-10 years. I'm thinking. Right. They don't want no one hit wonder. A bunch of ghetto ratchetness on there. Yeah, it's just if they want, they could just put some ratchets to make it more. Like Love and Hip Hop, like, you know what I mean? Because some of those shows, man, they be popping the blues and they staring each other down like, hey, I'm finna swing over you. But that's on what, BET? Huh? What, those shows on what, BET? No, it was social media. It was YouTube. YouTube. So it was YouTube, and then social media take clips and post it. And that shit it just go crazy, you know? I wonder how much he sold that idea for. I know. They probably lowballed her. Because she was probably so excited. Netflix is racist. You know that? She probably got a couple 100,000. Did you think so? Nah, they have to. They gave her the bag because the amount of views it gets on YouTube, like, come on. Like, they got to match it. The original owner, she originally from America? No, she's African. Name? She's African. Yeah, see? African, like Nigerians, Africans that come here and become American, motherfucker, them dudes are smart. That's like I think they do better than Black Americans. As far as they say, yeah. As far as family income, they're like the second or third in the country. Yeah, wow. Africans. They're right behind Asians. I think the one thing that most people do instead of like just thinking about the IP as a investment and as a long-term like portfolio piece for them, like they'll sell off all the equity up front to get all of the money now, you know, because and a lot of times these executives will say, well, you know, we're taking a risk and we're doing this and we're doing that. So right now we can guarantee you this amount, but if you want equity, they're probably going to give you a smaller piece, but then say, hey, if we meet and hit these benchmarks, then we can renegotiate at these points or whatever. Right. And most people just take the money, sum right now. So that's what happens a lot of times. Because it's tough, man. Me and Overtime was talking. It was like, yo, the reason why we be selling all the time, they be like, and they say black people don't own anything. When they don't want to sell, you know, the elite or whoever want your land, they will pressure you so much and make sure you make a mistake for them to come and seize your issue. They do that all the time, and then they just like, you know what? Here, just take it.
So you think they blackmailed us?
I don't know.
Picture, man. Now, look, I give you this, but if I go to the board and I show these pictures, I don't think they're gonna give you anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just take the deal. You don't want this coming out in public. These pictures, you spray wide open, girl. Oh, your sister that take it out. But is that okay?
I pull race, like if you pull, like most people, if you pull race away from it, you know, because that component that's very well true. But being in the music industry, a lot of times, like if you have a hot song, you'll come to a record label and they'll make you think that if you don't give this to them, it's not going to reach its full potential. But you came here with something that you already got hot. So you shouldn't relinquish all of your rights to the thing in the very beginning and just play into the equity piece more so than the lump sum. Here's some money, shut up. But here's the other thing. A lot of times if you don't sell them that, they can make you go away.
Yep.
Yep.
You know.
And they can come out with their own version of what you're doing. I mean, is that intellectual property popping a balloon? Yeah. I don't think so.
If you trademark the idea, I don't know how, you know, I'm not a trademark attorney, but you would have to trademark that, like that IP, you know.
And if Netflix bought from them, I'm sure she had a trademark. She's from Africa. She's smart. She ain't from Watts. Compton. She ain't none of this. We're gonna start this show. We're gonna be popping balloons and shit. Oh, I swear to God, man, it's gonna be a hit, dog.
Oh my God, yo.
You still sound like a white guy. Hey, I'm working on my blackboard.
Yo, you look like when you talk like that, you go like this. You like.
I'm trying to find all that soul I got in there. You look like a white man dominating my soul. Yeah, but you're like a white dude trying to be black.
You know, after the pitch, they be like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just give it up, man. We ain't got no. We got too much Neanderthal DNA. Yeah, we got too much white in us, I guess.
Nah, man.
Too much, well, we didn't grow. I grew up around poor white folks.
Yeah. That's what you grew up around?
Yeah, poor white people. I grew up in a poor white racist neighborhood in Virginia.
So most of them were racist around you, like straight up.
Well, the kids would play racist. Obviously, prejudiced.
But they just didn't want.
Their parents was racist. They was racist.
Oh, the racists, yeah.
I would hear them. Hey, boy, come on in the house. I say, hey, where you got to go? Every time I come out here, man, we play baseball. You got to go in the house. What's going on? Yeah, mama don't want me playing with you. Well, I said, I ain't do that. I'm scared I'm going to get black or something. But we grew up in a poor white neighborhood. So thank God for that. It could have been worse. Could have grew up in a poor black neighborhood. Yeah, it's just like you're a product of your environment. That's why we sound the way we sound. Man, what the hell we talking about?
No, I mean, it's an interesting point.
So I think she did the right thing, selling the show. Of course she did. She probably made millions, I would think.
Yeah,
good for her. See, but black people don't realize what's going on behind the scenes, and they think the white man stole it.
They came to some term because it's been going on. That popular bloom been going on since COVID. So
that show that they're presenting on Netflix is too polished.
With Netflix, I personally would just sell.
Yeah,
because they don't have a good history of extending out, and they're not forthcoming with their numbers.
Oh, really?
No.
So they
don't tell you how something did. They say if they greenlit you, know it did well, but they won't give you the actual numbers in the metrics.
After a 4-5 season, man, how's it doing, man? It's doing all right, man.
We're doing all right.
I think we might do another season.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Man, that's 8 seasons. Must be doing good.
Must be doing
good. That good.
I mean, it's not 8 seasons. That's syndicated. Yo.
Yeah. What is it? NCIS?
7.
What,
7
7.
7.
They probably like, NCIS, right? That's been 20 seasons. Criminal Minds, man. I mean, y'all doing good, but y'all ain't doing no NCIS now. You ain't doing no Criminal Minds. You ain't doing no Law and Order now.
Try to knock you down. Be like, all right,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, man, it was a damn good show.
Yeah, it was, man.
Damn good show.
Hey guys, I got a Dry Bar special out on the Dry Bar app. Please check it out. Also, I'm on season 2 of Behind the Comedian, season 2, episode 6. Show some love, man. Go watch that. Streaming on all the streaming platforms. Thank you.
Yeah.